This week on Superlift's Off-Road Adventures, we're rock racing in Hannibal, Missouri at the third event of the XRA Eastern Division Series. So sit back, relax, and hold on tight because rock racing in Hannibal is coming your way.
All season long, the XRRA has been making its mark across the East Coast. And today, we're bringing you coverage from one of the best venues we've seen so far. See for yourself why Western Division drivers like Rick Dermo flock here to battle it out with East Coast standouts Rusty Bray and Brian Shirley. Could the rock racers of the West have more fear from the East than they originally anticipated? Sit back and see for yourself as we bring you XRRA Hannibal.
This season, rock racing has taken the East Coast by storm, with courses popping up in venues like Jellicoe, Tennessee and Grey Rock, Alabama. This off-road sensation is developing a strong following of fans all over the country. Today, the XRRA has found a home in the Midwest, atop the jagged limestone rocks of Hannibal, Missouri. This new crop of racers compete to see who rules the XRRA East. Let's find rock racing promoter Mike Weaver and see what's in store for these drivers today here in Hannibal.
Hannibal, this place rocks.
I want to welcome everybody here to the third event of the Extreme Rock Racing Series of the Eastern Division. We are here at Hannibal Rocks. The courses here today are over the top. They're unlike anything else we've seen in the Eastern Division Series. The boulders are unforgiving. They're Volkswagen size. You're going to see a lot of carnage out here today, but a lot of smiles on folks' face. So we're looking forward to a great day of racing. Track condition today, it is a little bit muddy in some areas. This past week we experienced probably 3-4 inches of rain. So I think we're going to have, you're going to see some good excitement in this afternoon run when they're making these climbs with a little bit of mud on them. Good times.
Several drivers from the West Coast have made their way to Hannibal to test their rigs against this brutal terrain. We caught up with West Coast phenom Rick Dermo and asked him what he thought of the rocks at Hannibal.
This Hannibal course is so good. It's great. It's got a lot of speed, got a lot of rocks. Fun course.
Keep an eye on him, he's moving on.
With our new Poison Spider custom bead locks, we can hit the rocks as hard as we want, and we haven't had any deflection at all in them. There's a tough bead lock on the market right now, as far as I'm concerned. We've never lost an inner bead yet, running 4 pounds of air, racing. Up that straightaway, I got off the gas a little too soon, but I got thrown towards the banner, so. But hey, Hannibal, this place rocks. This is so cool. These guys have done an excellent job. What a great venue. I think I did a 128, 129, something like that. Turned pretty fast time, but it's a beatable time. I made about 3 mistakes on the whole course, so.
Even with a few mistakes, that's still one heck of a score, Rick. Racing alongside Rick is driver Mike Cox of Sam's Off-Road. Mike, how do you think Hannibal looks as an XRRA course?
It looks pretty good. It's kind of rough. There's a couple big ledges and a couple nice big drop-offs, but it's going to be a fun course. A lot of speed.
Mike's no stranger to the wicked terrain here in Hannibal. He and the team at Sam's competed here in the Top Shop Challenge back in March. Along with an understanding of the terrain, Mike's experience racing the series last year puts him in top contention for the prize here in Hannibal.
All you see is sky for a few seconds there, but you can feel the rear end continue to dig and you just keep on going, hold on. That was a great run. Everything went well. It was good and smooth. I didn't have too many little glitches. Had some problem getting it to shift once, but other than that, I felt really good about the run.
Don't go anywhere. We've got more thrilling action from the XRRA at Hannibal Rocks when we return. Welcome back to Superlift's Off-Road Adventures. Let's get back over to Hannibal Rocks, where the rock racing is about to get out of hand. Up next on the starting line is Cotton Rod, ready to make her mark on the East Coast Series, alongside driver Weston Blackie.
In lane number 1, we will have Cotton Rod. She's not afraid to use her skinny pedal. We've also got another fellow Colorado person, Weston Blackie from Boulder, Colorado.
Hi, Cotton Rod, Cortez, Colorado. Her name is Ivy.
Front rod turns it, slides the back end around.
Came around that corner and had our line picked where we wanted it. My right side was in the dirt and my front got caught up in there and just sucked me right over. And I hung my rear diff, I could feel it, so. Winched out, got out of there. Oh well. The time limit is 8 minutes on these courses. If you go past that, you time out and get the full thing. I think we got it in 5. If you can get out, you can winch, you can back up, you can do whatever it takes to get out of there. So we definitely went about 2 or 3 minutes over what we wanted to do, but we finished under the time for that one. We love Hannibal. Hannibal's been fun. So far, we got 3 more Hannibals to go, so we'll see.
I'm Weston Blackie. This is my co-driver Mike B. We're from Boulder, Colorado.
.com, you can go check out more about it.
Weston took 2nd overall in last year's XRRA Series. And this year, he's eyeing the number 1 spot with his all-new Twisted Customs rig, powered by a
Big ol' LS1 engine. We're the first rigs through that climb, and it was tough, that's for sure. And you know, we were trying everything. We were winching down the front, we were letting it out, and that last run, I just kind of said, you know what, we're going for it on this one, and that's what happens. We tried to hit reverse, we had it for a second, then it just pitched over on my side, and over it went. Oh well, that happens. Well, this is my first time here, and I've only run 1 course, but I tell you, it's exciting. I really like this course. The town has treated us very well, too. It's a great town.
Weston, you're not the only one that's fallen victim to that brutal climb. Driver Buddy Doherty and his orange buggy also felt the sting of this obstacle.
Buddy Doherty, Maybank, Texas. Long drive up here, driving a custom-built chassis, LS1, 2-speed power glide, rock crusher axles. It's really a flying machine. I'm looking forward to some of these climbs.
Buddy, what's it going to take to get your rig up this one?
We're going to hit it hard and hit it fast. Everybody's been hanging up here, and we're just going to smash the skinny pedal as soon as we get a rock, that tire up on that rock, just jump all the way to the top of it. We're either going to jump up there or we're going to end up way over there, one or the other. It just died in midair. I lost all my fuel pump pressure. I think we would have made it up there. When I landed, no motor. Bad, bad, bad.
Wow, what a tough break, Buddy. However, it looks like the crowd sure seemed to appreciate the show.
What a ride. Got hung up there a little bit, but we powered it in. I tell you what, I thought we were going to land on our side. I still can't catch my breath, but I enjoyed the hell out of that.
New to the XRRA this year is Team Ride Motorsports and driver Lydia Giraldo. We found Lydia at the starting line, and she gave us the specs on the Ride Rock Racing rig.
My name is Lydia. This is Ride Motorsports. The rig, it's kind of a one of a kind. It's the first time actually hopefully finishing a race this time, and really excited to be out here. Looks like a fun track, good climbs, good turns, get some good fast speed in here too. Looks a little muddy, but I think if we kick it in second and just go up it, fly up it, there should be no problem. Just hope we don't get a little top heavy and flip over backwards. It's a 5.0 under here, a 347 horsepower, so it should really get going. Awesome! My first finished race. I'm so freaking excited. I don't know how well I did. I know what my time is, but I don't care at this point.
Yeah, you got it.
I made it through the ropes. Yeah.
Congratulations, Lydia. She and the team earned a time of 2:31.09 for their first ever completed XRRA course. Racing beside Lydia on the inside lane is the Rockout Racing buggy driven by Kim Sears and husband Droopy.
We're Team Rockout Racing. We've been doing rock crawling for years, and this is our first year doing XRRA.
We're here to rock out. Rocks are different than anywhere else in the country. You stick. The rig's working great. The tires are ticking up awesome. This is a really cool place to ride.
Great people.
Great people, great fans.
The race is on in Hannibal, but only one of these drivers can take the crown at the end of the day. Who will it be? You'll just have to wait and see. But first, let's get over to the garage, where Trent's got a shocking piece of adventure gear.
The 2004 newer F-150 is living up to the F-150's overall reputation as the best-selling pickup in America, and we've even modified one with a Superlift 4-inch system on a past show. But as we mentioned on that show, the F-150 sits about 2 inches low straight from the factory. So to address this, Superlift has partnered up with Bilstein to create a performance shock option that will also add up to 2 inches of lift. Now, the late model F-150 uses a coil strut for the front suspension, so Superlift's Select Series shocks replace the main body of the strut. It also has 3 different positions to allow you to set the ride height at one of 3 positions. At the bottom groove, there is essentially no lift, and it acts as a performance shock. In the middle groove, there is 1 inch of lift, and at the top groove, there is 2 inches of lift, which levels the stance of the truck. Now, you can use these shocks as standalone pieces, or you can combine them with Superlift's 4-inch system to create a 6-inch lift more than capable of clearing 35s. Now, unfortunately, installation does require some special tools and is not exactly something that can be done in your driveway. But for more information on these and the rest of Superlift's product line, simply log on to superlift.com. So if you're looking for a way to just level your late model F-150, Superlift has the solution.
Well, leave it to Superlift to come out with such a fine-looking set of shocks. Sit tight, the rock racing's not over yet. When we return, we're finishing up our coverage from the XRA East Coast Series from Hannibal, Missouri. Welcome back. It's time to wrap up our coverage from the third event of the XRA Eastern Division Series at Hannibal Rocks. Straight out of the South and ready to rock, Adam Carter has been making quite a scene here on the XRA East Coast.
Name's Adam Carter. I'm from Birmingham, Alabama. It's a custom chassis by myself. Give it a little gas. Fast as I can go.
Placing third on his home turf at Grey Rock this year, Adam has shown he has both the skill and a well-equipped rig to compete in the XRA.
Got hung up bad. Took a little extra time, a little more than I wanted it to. A little slick, getting slicker
too. Something tells me we haven't seen the last of Adam. Keep an eye out for this guy in upcoming races.
Phil Hughes, Tulsa, Oklahoma, running with Sam's Off-Road. Just a little tube buggy. Just out here trying it out. Come see if we can't have a little fun.
He's hung up on a tree right now.
That's what I would like to say was a driver error. I kissed the tree a little harder than I kissed the slope, so backed off of it, got another poke at it, come right on up, everything went good. Lost a little time there, but if we can stay consistent, maybe we can make it up throughout the rest of the race.
Another driver that ventured to Hannibal from the west is JT Taylor. JT's aggressive driving of his Tube Shark buggy makes him a crowd favorite no matter where he goes.
Tear it up. First time I've been running with the East Coast guys, a lot of friendly guys, and I think it's a blast.
Luke Bagley out of Colorado Springs and his customized Range Rover are ready to give it all they've got here in Hannibal.
Try and get through without any problems, and even in the afternoon step it up a little bit.
Dodge City, Kansas native Brian Shirley has been torturing the terrain on both the East and West Coast XRRA circuits this year. After taking the top spot at Jellicoe, Brian went on to take second place at the Grey Rock event. And he set his sights on the prize here in Hannibal.
Go, 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 go! Hannibal's awesome. It's in a nice old rock quarry. It's got a rock solid base. The climbs are awesome. This place is beautiful. You can do anything you want to do here. It's an awesome place. Great to be here. First run was great. We got hung up once, had to back up, but we didn't kill a whole lot of time. Got by in good shape. It's a nice solid run.
No matter what or where the terrain, Brian battles it out behind his Cadillac North Star powered buggy, hoping for a top place finish in both the East and West Coast XRRA divisions.
The time for Brian Shirley was 1:39 and 35 thousandths.
South Carolina native Chris May has been racing his green Toyota in every East Coast event this season and has managed to place within the top 10 every time. Chris, what's it going to take to secure another top place finish here in Hannibal?
Right now, it looks like we're just going to try to finish every obstacle within the time amount, and hopefully that'll put us in a good place. So, not two balls to the walls. Easy, come on, you ain't got to drop yet. Come on, move, move, move. Keep moving. Okay, drop now, go. That's rock racing right there, man. Just had to get on it. Broke the high steer arms off. Bent the rim up pretty good, but we'll get it fixed and be going at it again.
Another top contender for the East Coast prize is Kentucky native Eric Childress. We found Eric preparing for his second run of the day, and he filled us in on what he thought about the course here in Hannibal.
It's a whole lot more difficult than what I think all of us expected it to be, but it's extreme rock racing. That's what you're going to have to get into. If you can't do it, I guess you can stay at the house. This is going to be interesting today, see how it turns out.
Rick Dermo managed to reach the finish line on his second run of the day, but not without adding a little carnage to his moon buggy. Once Rick's rig was lifted up out of the danger zone, they were able to get back to the pit area and start wrenching away. Thanks to an outstanding job from his pit crew, Rick was able to get back on the track and secure the top place finish here in Hannibal. Coming in a close second was Mike Cox. Eric Childress took the number 3 spot, while Lydia Giraldo took the 4th place finish, the best overall time ever for a woman XRRA driver. Luke Bagley and the Yellow Rover rounded out the top 5. Of all the East Coast venues thus far, Hannibal has proven to be the most challenging and spectator-friendly of them all. A big thanks to everyone here at Hannibal Rocks for making the race today such a success. From the looks of things, I'd say rock racing in Hannibal is here to stay. Who'd have thought the Midwest would have such an incredible venue for a sport like this? Don't touch that dial. When we return, Trent's got your tip of the week, so stay tuned.
Don't you hate it when you're trying to maneuver a couple pieces of hardware into a tight spot, inevitably you're going to drop one or the other, if not both? Well, can't help you on the both part, but this little tip might help ease some of the frustration. You use just a little dab of grease. It'll help stick the components together while you're maneuvering them into position. Of course, grease is also handy for doing things like stacking needle bearings while assembling a U-joint or a transfer case. Now, as for the tight spot, all I can say is it helps to be double jointed. I'll get that later. All right, third time's a charm.
Today, we're bringing you coverage from one of the best.
Hey, hi. Get out of here. I'm all greasy.
Being the best-selling pickup in America. The newer F-150.